What's up, guys? Welcome back to another video. And today I'm going to be talking about a serious subject of why do we sexualize women, and why women in shows and anime and games are so sexualized. Well, I just gotta question it to y'all. I don't know if I just want to know who created it, because who created this wojo way? It's us. It's the men. We created it. I just want to know why people feel so comfortable to watch these shows like Bleach, One Piece, because they're gooner shows, to be honest with you. They are. They are. We all know it, but we just don't want to say it. But I know it is. I know it is. Bleach, Fairy Tail, Fire Force, every fighting anime is a gooner anime, because the women in there are exposed. Every time they get into a fight, their clothes get ripped off, and they just show boobs and while they're fighting. So, as I question it, why? Like, it's to appease the weirdos, the grifters, the losers, the people who just can't look at women in a certified manner. And it's gotten so bad to the point where every male does it. Like, we always have preferences. Women have preferences, men have preferences. But I believe men would date more women, ugly women, if we just didn't have this. Because now, when we watch these things on the internet, these shows, these movies, these games, we expect them from women. So in that case, we hold our own standards high. And there you go. That's why nobody's dating each other. That's why women are looking more beautiful, getting these BBLs and to look good for the males, while it's for no reason. And I blame losers for this. I blame losers for this. I blame nerds. I blame trash. I cannot stand you guys. I cannot stand you manly gamers, you masculinity gamers, you grifters, you people who just can't play a game because the woman is either the main character, but if she's the main character, she has to look hot. If she's the main character, she has to be exposed. It's no. Now, if the woman was it's not okay because the woman is covered and she just look at Spider-Man. Spider-Man 2. I promise you, if Mary Jane, MJ, looked like not Britney Spears, looked like fucking what's that? Hey, what's her name? It's on the tip of my tongue. It's on the tip of my tongue. You know what I'm talking about. The old Marilyn Monroe. If that girl looked like Marilyn Monroe, I guarantee you nobody will have a problem playing as Mary Jane MJ. I swear to God, nobody will have a problem playing this. When I was playing Spider-Man, I didn't even have a problem. I actually enjoyed the MJ part. It was new. It gave all three characters a reason to play in the video game. It was no problem. I didn't have a problem with it. It was cool. But you know why people had a problem with it? Because she was ugly. If she was the cutest girl in the world, they wouldn't have a problem with it. But you know why? It's fucking losers. And I can name people who are losers who are like bottom of the barrel, who want these things to happen, but I'm too scared to say them because they got a bigger platform than me and they can just nuke my whole shit. But I can name them, and I can name a lot of them. Weirdos. A lot of weirdos out in these streets, out on that platform, who enjoy these shits, who can't play a woman character. She has to be a hot woman character. She has to be hot. She has to be this. She has to be that. But if she's just a getting out the mud type of woman, getting out the mud, getting it out just dirty, just no showing boobs, just Ghost of Yote type. Oh, it's a bad game now. I can't fucking play it. That's the fucking problem. Right there. That's why we will never have a good gaming experience. That's why when there are probably so many good games out there, man. You guys, you have no idea. There's probably so many good games that don't sexualize women. That actually has good gameplay. That actually was taking time. The developers actually like the game. But it was pushed down because the woman character wasn't cute enough. Then it wasn't exposed enough. Didn't have boobs showing. Didn't have ass showing. That's why. That's the problem. We are literally making women. We're basically going back in the day. To be honest with you, we're basically making women go back in the day, back when women had no rights. We are now making women objects, like back in the day. They're a bunch of no good for nothing type, and that's bad. That's terrible. Because now all men see as women as these big boob. If you don't have big boobs, you're ugly. If you don't have big boobs, if you don't look good, you're just get the fuck out of here. You can't talk. We can't talk to you. We don't want nothing to do with you. You gotta have that. That's the reason why women are on the news reporters. You ever thought about that? Just imagine an ugly looking woman on the news reporter. You wouldn't watch it. That's why news reporters are on the fucking news report. And y'all need to see this video and share this shit. Because it's getting ridiculous. Do you know how many ugly men are on the show? But since they're males, it's cool. But just imagine an ugly woman on the show. Do you know how much hate that would get? An ugly woman? An ugly woman would get so much hate that they don't even look for ugly women to get on a news reporter. They look for the prettiest women to have news reporter. That's why those women on the news reporters on ESPN, these sports shows know nothing about sports. Nothing. They know nothing about sports. But because they're pretty, they get to the top. They know nothing about sports. They know nothing about sports. Let me get up for this. And that's the fucking problem right there. Those women know nothing about sports, but since they're pretty, they get to the top. And you wonder why there's so many talented women out there. Just like the WNBA. People hate on women for their looks now. I just seen some TikToks of women roasting women because they are ugly. Bro, I'm actually happy that they are ugly. They don't need to impress us like they usually do. They're NBA players. Why do we care what they look like when they're in the NBA? Why? Why do we care? You know why? Because of the weirdos. And this is the problem. Why do we sexualize women? Because of the weirdos. We have literally taken it back in the 1930s where 1800s where women had women had no rights. We clown them for their looks, so then when we do, they get prosthetics, they dress provocative for us. When all I want is just a normal woman. Yeah, we all have preferences. Everybody has preferences. But I mean, what's the big deal? Why would you want to get a Nicki Minaj, not a Nicki Minaj, just a Marilyn Monroe or a pretty girl like that you never seen before, knowing that you stand no chance when you can just get a cool 6 out of 10, not a 6 out of 10, 10 out of 10, and just live life? Why can't you just do that? Because we sexualize women so much that men that are ugly hold this high of a standard, while we talk down about women having a high expectation for men, where men hold a high expectation for women because we care about their looks. I guarantee you right now, we talk so much about women, right? Men, yes we do, because of their preferences. When the same thing goes for women. Like, look, this is the male. This is the woman. Women want a man, a cute man. Not even a cute man. They might want a 7 out of 10. He has to have money. He has to have this. He has to pay for the wedding. He has to have this. He has to have the looks. Well, I already said the looks. He has to be a 10 out of 10. He has to have this. He has to have the house. Big house. He has to take care of the kids. She wants to be a stay-at-home mom while he goes out to work and has good money, has $100,000, has this and that, has money like this, $500,000 or up. And then us men, we say, man, we don't want that. Man, shut up with that bullshit. You know damn well we can't do that. And then we roast her for it because she has preferences. And we say those things because she has a preference of what she wants. While men, most men, let's be honest, these red pillars or something, which is most men, that's what I'm saying, because most men watch red pillars. We want a woman, a pretty woman, beautiful body. We want her to be a housewife. We want her to have traditional values, cook, clean, do everything around the house. When we come on, she has the food ready. And we want her every night to give you taps or something, get you head or something. And women looking at you like, I don't want to do that. I don't want to have some values. I want to do my own thing. And look at my parents. My mom and my dad are literally doing perfect, and they both work. They both help each other out. They both pick each other up. They both do things that benefits them in different ways, and they have no problem. But us men, we can't accept that. You know what I'm saying? It's crazy how low we gotta go. not we gotta go, how low sometimes we just are. We are losers. Well, the men are, because we sexualize women so much to the point to where we expect high of them, and we're never going to find that woman. Like, come on. We're never going to find a 10 out of 10. Name one 10 out of 10 girl who is a traditional wife, who holds the house down, who doesn't cheat, who doesn't only care for you about the money. Name one. Name one. And for the girls, name, wait, no. Yeah, for the girls. Name one man that you want that is making $500,000, a 10 out of 10, and you ain't doing nothing for him, and you ain't basically taking care of the house. You ain't gonna find nobody. So it's always gonna have to be even, Steven. You gotta put in the work each other. That's how we live as humanity. We work better with each other. But that's the thing. So back to what I was saying about sexualizing women. We need to stop. We need to stop sexualizing women. We need to praise women for doing good things, even if it's the littlest things. Even if it's the littlest things, we praise them. That way, they don't expect much. They don't have to get these BBLs, these fucking prosthetics face fucking things, and just be normal, instead of just downgrading them to where they get the BBL, and then now they look even worse, and now they're like, oh, you don't even want that. So, can we just stop? Anime stop? Games stop? Please stop sexualizing women. Please stop making women provocative, making women have to dress a certain way to please us males. Well, a lot of males, but certain males, they don't even care. They like nerds like me. I like nerds. I like losers. I like people who just chill. I have no problem with that. My problem is, why are we sexualizing women? Why are women getting these BBLs? It's because of us. Me, my counterparts, my male counterparts. That's why. White women are like that. So, but that's the video. I hope you guys enjoy. Just a message, man. Stop sexualizing women, and I promise you, we will have a better society. But I'm gonna catch y'all later. See y'all tomorrow. We out.